Recording. There we go. It's Roots Magic night, so we'll go from there. Anybody done anything on Roots Magic? Come on, you guys. You show up for these things. Anybody added? Has anybody added at least one thing to Roots Magic in the last month? Nobody? No, nobody brought it
I
up.
had somebody die.
Okay, so you got to put a death in.
I got to put a death in.
Okay, all right, all right. Um, I've been playing with it a little bit, doing some stuff here and stuff there. So I thought maybe we could talk about it. I know we've talked about some of these things, tasks and logs and so forth, but I thought we could do that. And then if there's something else we see out there that interests us, we can talk about that as well. I'll tell you what somebody else was talking, the legacy group had somebody talk about using Google Voice, to record things and to transcribe them. And they were talking about I said, Legacy's got a tool for that. She said, well, no, no. She says you record it on Google, and then you do cut and paste and you just bring it over and put the story in Legacy. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. And I don't know if anybody's done that kind of thing at all lately. Okay. Um,
It's
I
something
was
I
listening.
need to figure out how to do because
Mhm.
our 11-year-old goddaughter is doing a semester in school on the Depression, Great
Mm,
Depression.
okay.
And she wants my mom to tell her about it.
Hmm.
And mom's 103.
Sure.
So she's got a whole list of questions from,
Questions.
and I've been trying to figure out a way that Mia could ask the questions and mom could answer and I could record the whole thing.
Sure.
But other than doing it like on Zoom or something, I don't know any
Yeah.
other, but I might just have to hit record, use voice recorder on Windows 11 and
Yeah. But evidently, I mean, Google will do it for you.
yeah,
She said there's a couple options, but she found Google really their transcription was much better. Now it's not going to be 100%. You're going to have to go in and clean it up and some other things like that, but
right.
that's not bad. So,
As far as
um,
recording, you can buy just a small little tiny, it's like a little transistor thing, and you just hit record and it's digital, and then you plug it into your computer so you can take it or you can use your phone.
okay. Oh,
So,
yeah. And it's not quite as intimidating, uh, having
correct.
somebody, yeah, do it that way. So, yeah, I think that's a great idea. Um,
We did that with my dad on a few things when my daughter was recording him on his military service.
mhm, mhm.
I have an app on my phone called Voice Recorder, which is
Yeah, I
really
have that
cool.
too.
Um, 'Cause I have a 91-year-old great uncle who's an awesome storyteller, and I'll just turn on my phone, the voice recorder on my phone while we're sitting there in the room with him.
And
Hmm.
you can upload those to Roots Magic in their media
Yep.
if you wanted to.
That'd be cool.
That'd be
Yeah, I
cool.
recorded on my phone. My great uncle, he sang in Swedish what his mother taught him. So I
Oh,
do have that on recording. And I told him, I said, start over again. I didn't get it my recording started soon enough. So he was kind enough to sing it again.
good, good. That's sweet. That's it. I uh I have interviews I did with both my dad and my mom on video, but I have the feeling they might be a little, I don't know, they might be a little too long. They were about an hour long. I don't know if I could upload those or not, but see what happens.
Depends.
I
What
would
are they? What kind of medium are they?
We did them on VHS to begin with. Now they're on me. I had them put on DVDs. So
DVDs.
yeah.
Just something to keep in mind too when you're recording. Like when I record my great uncle telling story, I record maybe 5 minutes at a time, and then I stop it, and then I start it again, so that there isn't like this giant file.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. The one thing I learned was the background noise is amazing. You don't hear it when you're just talking, but as you're recording, you pick up everything, and it's kind of annoying as you go through that, but that's it.
Stacy, that would work because I've got a list of about 6 or 8 questions that Mia wants answers to.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd ask a question and stop and then start with the next one. And that, because I'm
Right.
trying to figure out how I'm going to get it to her. I'm here and she's on the East Coast. So
Sure, sure.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just telling Audrey that I did the thing with the Jewish group last night, and the woman that normally does this died unexpectedly. That was with the Historical Society. So I recorded it, and then I'm like, now what do I do with it? I recorded it to my computer, and they're like, well, could you send it? Well, it's too big to send. AOL just says you can't do it. So I thought, well, I'll try my Gmail. Well, they said they'd send it on Google Drive, which I had never done anything with Google Drive. So I put it on Google Drive and set it up so I could just email it to her. So I need to check in and see if she actually got it and if she can figure out how to open it and all sorts of things. So it was, I know nothing about Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Drive. It's all just, I haven't learned it. Don't know. I'm getting old. I don't want to fuss with it anymore. So that's it. Chat GPG. Yeah, I can't even say it now. GPT is a big thing. So we are, uh, I don't know how it's going to affect Roots Magic, but it's in there. I did have, this has nothing to do with MediaCom, but or Roots Magic. But I was talking to a friend last week, and she was talking about her family going from Illinois to Northwest Missouri, and how long did that take? And she said something about 6 months, and I went, "Oh no, it didn't take 6 months. You could get from St. Joe, Missouri to California in 6 months if you had to." So we kind of figured out how much and so forth. And then she said, "Well, when the group was coming, the mother was pregnant." She says, she must have had a baby right after she got there and so forth. And all of a sudden I got to thinking about my ancestors that were in Clinton, Iowa, and they were there on September 20th of 1858 because they went to the courthouse. Two brothers went to the courthouse and did their declarations of intent. So I know that they were there. And in January of 1859, which is 4 months later, my great great grandmother was born. Great grandmother, yeah, was born. And I'm like, I'd never thought about it, and I was trying to figure out how you would get from Clinton, Iowa, down to central Kansas, and then all of a sudden the light went. Well, I went, oh my God, her mother was in her last trimester of pregnancy, and they get to Kansas and it's January and it's cold, and they wouldn't have had time to build anything. And where did she have the baby? Did somebody else there take them in temporarily? I'm just like, this is an amazing story, and nobody, it's not recorded anywhere about what happened, and I think those women were tough.
Yeah, they
There's,
died.
yeah, that or they died. There's Denise. It's good to see you. Okay. Hi. You're muted, but that's okay. You can unmute yourself and join the conversation and whatever.
Hit
Back
the
then it was
space bar.
Yeah.
Hit the space bar if you want to talk.
Oh, spacebar lets you
Yeah.
talk if you want to. Okay. I did. There she is. Well, now it's coming and going.
You gotta hold it.
You got to hold it. If you hold the spacebar, put
Hold
your
the
hand on the
space
spacebar and hold it, and it will give you there you go. Now you can talk, but don't take your finger off the spacebar. How are
Hi,
you?
everyone. I'm good, thank you. Sorry about the technical difficulties,
Okay.
but
Well, here you're coming in on two of them. I'm going to ask, are you just starting out with Roots Magic, or have you used it for a while?
ah, well, I've had it for like 5 years, and
Mhm.
I've off and on tried to use it, but I just need to learn more about it. So
Okay.
that's why I'm here.
Okay. So we were gonna cover some stuff. One of the things I always want to tell people, and I'll show you, is there videos on how to do things that they have. Plus, there's some other companies that do videos that you can find on YouTube, and that's really very helpful. Some of them are old, but most of them are pertinent as long as it's about Roots Magic version 8. The later versions 9 and 10, there's not that much difference, so you can always use those. But we thought tonight we'd talk about tasks, which are kind of interesting, and that implies that you're a lot more organized than I am. But there are certain things you can do with that and see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and share my, well, where's my share? There's my share. And I think I have Roots Magic. There we go. Okay. Come on. There we go. I'm going to shrink you down and that'll go away eventually. Go away. Go away. There we go. So when you open up, Denise, one of the things down here under help, first of all, over here on the far right side where it says updates, if there's an update and you haven't updated lately, just click on that and it will cause a new update. And generally they are, this was as of September 10th. No, that can't be right. Oh, that's the version is 10.09. But it will update it for you, so you don't have to fuss about anything. They're just updates. Doesn't do anything to your files. It just brings you it's mostly corrections. They're fixing flaws that they have. And then under help and support, they have online webinars, which tend to be about an hour long. Well, it says 30 to 90 minutes on there on how to use Roots Magic. They also have Roots Magic TV, and these are shorter ones that generally are about 10 minutes or so. Online help, if you click on that, then you can search it and you actually get page after page after page of issues. It's very similar to, there's a book out that you can buy. But I find the book is easier. I think John Terry agrees with me. It's easier to find things in the book. So we've got that. And then technical support that's where you can chat with them and say, I have an issue, and try to fix it. Online community is where you ask a question and the other users jump in, and sometimes it's worthwhile, sometimes it's not. So that's it. So that's the kind of help or support we're looking for. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to open my file. This is the one that everybody's been used to seeing. This is my big one. We'll, I'll tell you what, Denise, we'll come back to you and do some more, questions and answers and so forth and so on. But one of the things I was going to talk about today were tasks. All right. So tasks is over here there's two ways to get to tasks. You can actually click on the task bar, and we'll do that first, and then we'll look at the option of one. And so what you can do is you create a task over here. Go away. My talking is showing up in the wrong spot. Okay. So I can create a task if I want to by hitting the plus up on top, and I can add a task. So we'll put a name of the task. What should we call it? Who's got something that they have a task? We'll use yours as an example. Somebody that's got something that needs to be done. Anybody? I know you all have tasks. Nope. Are
Well,
you
this
there?
is Denise, and one thing that I've been working on, can you hear me okay?
Sure, I can hear you.
Okay, so the thing that I'm really focused on right now is trying to just standardize all of the name places in
Okay, well
my
that
files. Would
one's
that be
easy. That one,
okay.
well, more generally these are research tasks. So let's do this. We're going to say we're just talking about what I just to do. Pioneer. Hi. Pioneer trip from Iowa to Kansas. Okay, that's my title. And then you put a start date, and that's today's date. So we'll say that's 9/09/25. That's the last edit date. I haven't done anything. End date, I'm not done. Goal or details, whoops. So that's my note. Find what trail would a family use to get from Clinton, Iowa to Chapman, Kansas in 1858. That's what I want to know. Okay, that's my goal. So now I have that's my name right here. I can call it all sorts of things. And then I can get a priority status. So I can change it to, let's see, where's my priority status? My priority over here, here's under the edit. I can make it highest, high, very high, all sorts of things. And they color code them. So I'm just going to say it's high. And then that's what I've got there. And that's a number 3. Okay. And why is it? Okay. Yeah. So now it's a number 3. Okay. And what else? So what is it? It's a research or a to-do or content. So in your case, mine's a research. Yours would be a to-do. So we could put that in there, which is clean up place names in Roots Magic. So that's my do, and then we'll put in today's night. And so I don't have any results. It's new. My priority, we'll leave it as the number 1. And we've got some other things that I can put in there. My task tie, it's a to-do. It's something I need to do. It's not a research. It's something I need to do. So we'll do that. Okay, so now here we go. We've got it. Clean up place names. This is in alphabetical order. You can create folders and add it. So if I were to come over here, I could add a folder that says to do. That's my to do folder. So everything that I have marked to do, I can put in there. Okay. So let's go back. So this is my list of folders. If I want to see all my tasks, I go back and I click up on top, all tasks, and then I can come over here and my cleanup here. Here's cleanup place names and to-dos magic. And if I come over here on the right side down at the bottom, I want to add it to a folder. I'm going to add it to a folder and I'm going to add it to my to-do folder. Okay, there we go. So now I have something in my to-do folder. I have something in my McCormick folders. I have something in my Irvin. Now here's my problem. If I look at this, I have it under McCormick. I have a name that says Collingwood McCormick's, and I say find living descendants of this family. All right, that's what I'm doing. And so I've got something there. And then the next one was, when did Thomas McCormick come to America? I probably should say Thomas. I should make it Thomas McCormick. I should put a last name in there, although I know who it is. But so I'm going to edit it. Okay, so there we go. So now identify when Thomas McCormick said, okay, we'll do a check mark there. So I've got all sorts of things here. So I've assigned it. You don't have to assign a folder, but it's not a bad idea to keep yourself organized as we go through there. And then if you come up here, if I see this little square, that's my research log. Okay. Now you can only get a research log when you're in the folders. So here's my folder for Barrett. And it tells me in May of 23, it says find James in Illinois State Census records. Well, that's not, I'm kind of losing some information about that. So let's actually go back to that. We'll go back to the list. And I said, I was hoping that the name James Barrett, the name of the folder would show up when you did the, not the name of the folder, but the name of the task, that it would show up here, but it doesn't. It just gives you the gold. It doesn't give you the name of the task. So I'm thinking on these, I need to kind of modify it a little bit and say when James Barrett in Illinois, find him in state census. Okay. And so that's what I'm doing here. And that's my edit. Let's see if that worked. Yes. So now when I look at my research log, it doesn't say, it says I probably need to refresh this thing because it doesn't say that anymore. Okay. No, it says James. What did I do wrong, guys? Find. Why is it not? How do you save this? Guys, Stacy? Am I missing you?
No,
Okay. Okay. There should be a, what's it say? Cut. Find James that's my note. And bold, but underline, da 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 da. So we'll do the edit note. And it's fine there. Oh, I didn't hit the click up here. I didn't hit the check mark on this one.
there.
There we
Okay.
go. Okay. So now, if I look at my, yep, and now I have a much better, more complete goal. Find James Barrett, and then where is he buried? That would help me if I said who the who is. So so you can do a research log, but you can only do a research log for people who are in for tasks that are in a file folder. So you always have to create a file folder and add it to your to-do list or add it to, as you go through there. You can edit the folder names if you need to. Whoopsie daisy. And then you can, if you had a lot of folders, you can search as you want to. So I could type in, I think that's sorry about how, and then it shows up there. I mean, obviously I don't have enough tasks to make that an issue that I have to go looking for it. So that's it. So I think some of you have used tasks quite a bit, but I don't remember. Was it you, Claudia? I'm going to stop sharing. Claudia, do you use them?
No.
No? Must have been
No.
Marita then. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've used them just for quick trips to someplace, but I don't use them
Mhm.
that much.
But that's
you know.
that's a good deal. If you're gonna, let's say you're going on a research trip and
Then I
going
just take,
down to your,
yeah, but
yeah.
then I still found it easier just to write a note in a notebook
Mhm.
than to
For
try
for
to carry the computer and, I always had so
yeah.
much stuff
Well, you
that,
can print them off. But, I'm a great one for I waste paper. I print them off. You should go through
yeah.
there. So that would be one thing to do. You can also in reports. I'll go back to sharing. This is where we are. Yeah. If I were to go into publish, there is a report and a chart you can use for research log. Okay. And it says select a folder. So I have to select a folder. So I'll say Barrett. Okay. Okay. And I can put things in there. and I can generate a report. So here's my research log, and I can add stuff to it as you want to go through it and take it with me. Okay. Put preparer's name in there so that if you lose it when you're in the library, they'll know who it is. So I can do a log, fill this out, and keep going. You can put your repository in that you found it, all that information as you go through there. But you do that through the publish.
Isn't there a
Oh,
task list there too? In publish?
let's go look. That would be interesting. Task list, there you go. Choose any filtering. We will say you can filter it by start date, end date, da 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 da. Let's just say I'm not going to do any of these. I'm just going to let it go as is, and let's see what happens if I do this. Yep, there's my tasks. So yeah, so you could print out your task if you wanted to, but if it's under to-dos, then you could just print out your to-do list and your task list. So yeah, so it's it could be very helpful
I
as you
think
go
that's
through
kind of
that.
might have been how I started with something like that.
Okay. So I've got it under John Graham, Michael B, all sorts of things. So I actually could actually click if I did my tasks, I could under Irvin, I could say I worked on this one. I said check for Homestead Act records, including GLO, BLM. This is for John Irvin. Check for further, not spelled correctly, land purchases and sales through family search records in Gary County. Learn when the family arrived and what happened to the land after John Irvin's death. And I actually did do that. I think I set this up for one of our meetings, but I actually did do that. I did find his Homestead Act, and then he bought and sold land, several parcels. I mean, he bought them. I don't know when he sold them, but I can only find when he bought them around there. And I had a little bit of a problem because they talked about what county he was in, but that county just wasn't working. But it turned out that county used to be twice the size and they cut it in half. So, so I made it easier. And what I thought was really interesting is a year ago when we were back for a family reunion, I took some other family members on a journey, and we found the little church that they had attended. And somebody's buried in the yard, and it turns out John Irvin's first land is literally on the boundary of the church property. It's just exactly north of there. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I could come through here and I could put some information in here. So let's do this. What am I doing? Here's my results. Here's my source repository. How do I get into it? I
You
want
go
to
back to
edit it.
back to it. You're in a
Oh, the research log. I just want to get into the tasks. Okay. Yeah, I want to go here. Okay, so I could come through here. I could talk about, this was a research, I should say that's a research tag. I could give my results and I could type up a note that talked about what I found, give the legal description of the land property, it's the range and the section and the quarters and so forth and so on, and then do them in chronological order as we want to go through there. And so, and then I could talk about, we could narrow down the window of when they were there because they were not there in 1855 and they were 1865 and they were there in 1870. So I can get myself and when did he sign his paperwork. So that answers my questions about when did he come. So, and then I can put my notes in there and then I have them purposely there. And I could also put my repository in here, right here. And I could say, the GLO, BLM, and then I could also put down the fact that family search and give the websites and the web tags. One thing we haven't talked about, does anybody use web tags at all? You can put, if you find information on a website, you can put the URL in and it keeps it there as a web tag, and it will attach to anything that you find anywhere. You can do that. Okay. Now the other way, this is going directly to tasks, but the other way is if you go into your people, we'll go into John Thomas here. Over here on the far right, I can add test tasks from there. Okay. And you notice I've got one, which was the one that you've seen before. Identify when Thomas McCormick came. So it goes back and forth. I can put the tasks here. It will show on my taskbar. I can put it on my taskbar and have it connected to Thomas McCormick as we go through there. So you can do your tasks both directions if you want to do that. Okay. I thought that was kind of cool. And then I said, check various census records for immigration data. Look for Thomas in the city directories in Kansas City. And I've done that. And I don't know about the rest of you, but not particularly consistent about when he said he came to America. Web tags. What was I going to talk about? Let's just pick something out here. We'll pick this one up. And if you come down here, yeah, I thought you could put a web tag on there. Where do we put web tags? It's a source, maybe? Nope. I thought it was fair. Oh. Nope. Nope, that's my DNA. Does anybody use web tags on Roots Magic?
I
Okay.
actually don't understand really what they're for.
You know, so if you want to go back and find it again, let's look it up and see where it says. I've got my book out. John and I use our books all the time. UVW. UVW. Web site web tags. You can put them in citations. You can put them in places, sources, tasks. Let's look on page 99, and it says, web tags. Often you will find a web page with information about a person, place, or source in your database, and you wish there was a way to keep track of that web page. Web tags let you do that. In the edit person screen. So she said the edit person screen, so I'm doing that. Let's bring up Thomas. Has a
It's up
web
at the top of it.
where I'm looking for it. I'm not seeing it. Is
Go
it
down at the
this?
very top of it. Person, spouse, parents, groups, web tags.
Oh, there's your web tags. Okay. So, okay. Web tags. There they are. So you can add web tags there. So, and if I click on that, what happens? And here we go. Web tags, find a grave, find a grave. So I can add all sorts of things there. The edit person has a web tag row that lists web tags attached to that person. If you highlight that row, Roots Magic will display a list of the web tags on the right-hand side. To add a new web tag, click the plus button where you can add a name, URL, and note for the, so I'm on here and I click it there, and that is a fact type. That's not what I wanted. Oh, up
Web
here,
tags.
here's my plus, wrong plus. And then I can put in a name and the URL and what I found. So that's kind of cool. So that saves you trying to find it, because sometimes I can't find it after the second time. To edit the web page, the web tag, you use this, that's your edit function. So we can edit there and decide we want to change that. So that was kind of an interesting, I've never thought about doing that, but it's not a bad idea. Okay. How many of you, let's get out of this, close that. How many of you use notes? I like notes. Over here on your notes, okay? You can just type all sorts of notes. I don't know what other kinds you use, but so this is your column. You can do it two ways. Here's your column. So if you pick a fact, okay, and then over here you can click on this, and that lets you add a note. So in this one, I said Thomas had sold his farm property to Mr. Nelson earlier in exchange for a commercial property in Chapman. The family story was that his wife insisted that he sell the saloon and get the farm back. Well, that's kind of interesting. And so I have media on that. And if we brought that up, you can almost, Mr. McCormick has traded his town property for farmland to Mr. Nelson and goes to his mother-in-law's. Yeah, his wife was adamant that he's getting rid of the saloon. So I could do that. I could actually, here he is where he bought the land, some other things as we go through there. So I can put notes in there, which I like notes. I like notes. And you can choose to use those. So anybody else use notes besides me? Nope. Yep.
I do
You're
all the
such a-
time.
Good. What do you put in there? All sorts of tidbits or
Families,
just
you know, maybe family stories or just something, maybe a comment about something I saw in a census record, or
Mhm,
if I'm out tromping around in a cemetery,
mhm.
you know, put maybe more details on how I found what I was looking for.
Who their neighbors were, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, I like notes. It works out very well. So that's it. So Denise was talking about, I'm going to close this, was talking about cleaning up places. So I'm going to go over here and under places, here's my list of places. Denise, what kind of problems do you have with places?
There we go. So I uploaded my GEDCOM file from Ancestry, and of
Mhm.
course I had absorbed a lot of other people's trees, and there
Yep.
was all kinds of difference in, you know, do you use the word county? Do they use
Yep.
CO? Do they put township in there? Do
Yep.
they abbreviate the state? So on and so on. And
Mhm.
it was, so I have like about 5,000, which probably isn't very many to you guys, but to me it's a
Oh,
lot,
it's a lot.
5,000 people.
Mhm.
And it was like, wow, how am I going to take care of this?
Okay. One way is to bring up the places list and just start looking through it. So you notice here, I've got Abilene, Dickinson County, Kansas, Dickinson County, Kansas, United States, Abilene, Dickinson, Kansas, USA. You know, I've got 3 different versions. And I have the feeling that this is the 4th one. I don't know where that came from. Well, in fact, I can do that. If I click on that, it tells me where it's used over here under place items. It tells me I was used in Mary Catherine Murray. So yes, I meant that to be Dickinson. Okay. So what I can do is I can select the one that I want to have, and I don't use United States, but a lot of people do. But I just kind of do it this way. And then I can come over here and I can merge places. So I can come through here and check the ones that I want to merge this into it, this into it, this into it, and this into it. Okay. And now everybody's changed and they all say Abilene, Dickinson County, Kansas. Would that help you at all, do you think?
Uh,
Or do you
Version
want,
of Rich
are you
Magic
looking?
is she on? What version of Rich Magic is she on?
Yeah. What version
I downloaded 8, I think, last year.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
there's
And
been one
that's,
more come out since then.
yeah, but it's not much difference. The most recent one had DNA on it. So the rest of the stuff is all the same. I think there's is it version 10? Is
Yes,
that what
Yeah,
we're on?
we're on 10.
we're
Yeah,
on 10.
but
I might
8
have
works.
9.
8 works. But
So
I think you could
what I
also,
wanted, yeah, go ahead.
but also you can, here's place clean. What does place clean do for us? Select
Oh yeah,
place
I've used
clean.
that. It's like
Okay,
a
and
find and replace.
yeah, Yeah, and that might help you a little bit. But go ahead and talk about what you were saying. Okay,
Yeah, so what I bought the whole package, right? You know, and I got
sure.
that where I can map, put these things
Yep,
on a map, and that's really why
yep.
I wanted to have standardized places so that like if they were from the same county but a different township, you know, that it would show
Mm-hmm.
up that way on the map. So that's kind of
Sure.
my goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so I periodically have to go through here and clean it up. So here I have Boston, Massachusetts, United States, Boston, Suffolk County. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to merge, and what do I do? Merge places, and I'm going to merge that one into it. So I mean, it's a little bit time consuming, but it works. It should go through there. And here's another one I'm looking at. I have Caldwell, Summer County, and Caldwell, Sum. So we're going to merge place, and I'm going to come up there. Okay. So a little bit here I have California, California, United States. What happened is I synced up my Roots Magic with Ancestry, and I brought a bunch of stuff over, and Ancestry, you know, their default was different than what I was doing, and I just haven't cleaned it up. I think, isn't there a lets you choose whether to put United States in or not. Isn't there is that a default in settings, maybe? Let me see what it says. Let's find places, program settings. Here we go. But that's the county check when entering places. So I don't think we get to do anything else. I don't, because mostly I wanted it to stop asking me if I wanted to put country in there, and it drove me nuts. But I don't see that. So reverse places, delete selected, merge places, geocode selected place, geocode all places. So we'll do geocode, we'll do that, see what happens. Okay. And what the heck is this? XOR places. Oh, got all sorts of places in here. So I'm not gonna play with that. The mapping, I don't use the mapping, but it's there. Does anybody play with that? How it works? This is the
Like I
mapping.
say, I have tried, but it's
Okay.
I needed to have more data built up in Roots Magic to really make it
Okay.
make
Okay,
sense.
because let's see what we get for mapping. We get the book out again. We like books. Yes, it's online. Mapping is on page 138. Okay. It makes an easy way to view outline maps of places in your database. Select the mapping icon, which is this. Well, let's go back. No, I don't want to do that. Cancel. How does one get out of this mapping? What do you think, guys? That's not it. What if you don't want to map anymore? Do you see something on the screen that lets me say I'm not doing this anymore? Nope. Huh. Come on, you guys. Help me get out of this.
Do you have two screens?
No, I don't have two screens. I don't think so. Let's see what happens. Nope.
I just clicked on places again.
Oh, that's too easy. No, that's not getting me there.
Well, fine.
find, oh, here, right here.
Oh,
Go on,
yeah.
go to my list. Go to my list. Okay. So here's the mapping. It says, okay. And the Roots Magic mapping screen will appear. The map view is shown on the left side of the mapping display. That's this. And the right side is a list to tell Roots Magic what to display on the map. So you could put anybody's on there. By default, the list contains all the places in your database. Just click on a place in the list and Roots Magic will display the map for that. So let's put in, let's see if they can do this. Derry Wigan. Okay. Okay. And it says they will display it, but I don't think they're going to do that. Okay. So let's find, we'll do Dickinson County, Kansas. There we go. It's not obviously doing it. So there's my Dickinson County, Kansas. So, or if I wanted to do Chapman, we'll do that one. Chapman, Kansas, Dickinson County. Okay. Yep. I actually get,
has actually
Yeah.
Ireland, not just the county.
that's probably my problem. Okay. So here's the whatever. There's the post office. That was my grandmother's house right there. That's really weird. Actually, it was up here. So they give you that. Now, what if we want to do mapping events for multiple people? To see where events in a person's life occurred, click the people icon. Let's go back above it. Move you out of the way. I don't see. It says, click the people icon above the list of places. Do you see a people icon above the list of places? I do not, unless it's in here. Nope. I do not see it. Oh, over here. They were talking about click the people here. Okay. It will change to display the list of people. So down here, I guess. Let's do Michael B. Okay. I've selected him. That's the group of people. I don't want to do a group.
Teresa, if you go back to places, go
Yeah.
back to go back to
Oh, got it.
places,
Mm-hmm.
and then go to the map, the little wiggly thing
The
for the
map.
map.
Okay.
And
Oh,
then
there's
what's
the
that?
people over here. There's the
Those
people over
people.
here. Okay. That's the wrong people. So we will pick out, select from the list. We will select somebody that I know moved around a wee bit. Oh, let's just do this. Wow. How? Michael B. Got too many Michaels. Michael B. There you go. Okay, so we've done that. Excuse me. And so here's the various places. So where do I want to, I'm going to select him. And let's see what happens. Nothing. That's
And
a
a
single
check mark
place.
by him.
Yeah, and it's a single place. That's my problem. People to map. How? HOWE, comma, Michael. Michael B. There he is. Okay, now we're starting to get it. Okay. So there he is. I guess I was too anxious. So now they're giving me a map of where, let's see if we find And do they put Ireland in? Let's see if Ireland shows up. Come on. Nope, Ireland does not show up. So they're just doing the United States kind of situation. So we have Columbus where he got married. I should show that he's in Clinton, Iowa, but I haven't put that in evidently. So so you can get that kind of situation. So use the little people paper up here, choose them, and then Ireland to Chapman is what it says. Okay. All right. So is that kind of thing you do? I don't know. Who else maps? Somebody else. You guys are so quiet.
Well, can I cause trouble? Can I ask you a question?
Sure, Doug, go for it.
Let's go back to places, a listing of all the places.
Okay, up here.
Yep.
Hmm.
I have my towns, counties, and states
Uh-huh.
all listed out as town, comma, county, comma, and then state is
Mm.
uppercase, two-letter abbreviation, and a period.
Okay.
I had two of them in Billings, Montana. One had
Mhm.
MT and the other one had MT period.
Mm-hmm.
So I just did a merge on them when we were talking
Yeah.
about it,
Mm-hmm.
and both of them disappeared. What did I do wrong?
I don't know, because that shouldn't have happened.
Neither one of them are on my list anymore. Now the trouble is, I don't know where Billings, Montana was related to one of my people.
one, one of your people. The only thing I can think of is you didn't. So, like, let's say I was going to do this one. Here's Caldwell, Sumner County. So I'm going to, for some reason, I thought I merged that, but I didn't. So I'm going to merge a place. And you notice it doesn't, the place I wanted was ahead of it. So, the only thing I can think of is you click the wrong box and it got merged into something else. Did you click both of them or just the one that you wanted to?
I clicked on both of them.
So you only want to click on one. You want to highlight the one that you want to keep,
All
and
right.
you click on the one that you don't want to go away. And so then if I do that, say now I just have Caldwell Summer. The other one's gone. Right.
Okay, you've educated me. Now,
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
missing
Well, trust me, I learned the hard way. But
somebody's missing Billings, Montana now.
yeah, somebody's missing Billings, Montana. Try to remember that one. So here we go. We'll do the same thing. Here's my Chapman, Dickinson County, Kansas. I have multiples of that. This is the one I want to keep, so I highlight it. I come over here and I merge places, and then I just start clicking the ones that I want to have disappear. Okay, I want this one to go away. This one, I want to merge all of these together. Okay, and now I just have one. So that's what happened is you clicked on both of them and they tried to merge, and I'm not sure where they ended up going.
Never. Billings is no longer part of our country.
Well, that's it. Try searching up here under placings up on top. Type in Billings and see what happens. Anything?
Nope.
Nope. Well, this is why they tell you should have a backup copy, but I don't know if I don't know if I care that much about some of this stuff. So that's it. Here, here's my another one. Here's Collingwood, Simcoe County. So I want to merge the one above that and click on that and merge. All right. So I do get latitude and longitude on some of these, which is kind of fun. If you want to find people that way. And as I said, it tells you now this one, Collingwood, I've used it 24 times over here. So if I, and here's all the people that were there and what the date was and what I had. Okay, I don't know.
I just
What
typed in
else?
Billings up there,
Yeah.
and all the towns, everything listed went away as if it were clearing the screen except for Billings, and there is no Billings. It's gone.
I don't know what happened to it then. Let me try it. Let me put in Billings and see what happens. I don't think I have anybody in Billings. Okay. Yeah, it goes away. It just blanks out.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's it. All right. And then here, unfortunately, on my Topeka, for some reason, I have a comma in front of it. So we'll fix that. So now it'll go back to where it needs to go. And Avalon, wherever that is, I have no idea. I have no idea how come it's got a comma in front of it. There we go. So yeah, so we moved them around. So it's always a case. But I'm just wondering if you can do a search, Denise, in here. And so like, do you want it to say township or do you not want it to say township? What do you want to have it do?
Sorry about,
That's all right.
so just township, but not township, not county, just the name, the state,
Okay.
the township
So
name, the
what if
county name, the state. Yeah.
so what if we let's see, I don't know if I use anything on it. Sometimes I do it this way. Yeah. So you notice I typed in township and it said there. I think if you typed in township, the word, you would get a list of every place that has the word township in it. And then you could just go through each one of those and edit it out. Does that sound like too much trouble? Does that make sense to you?
Or you could just replace township with blanks and have it just
Yeah,
do
you
it
could.
in bulk.
You could do it that way. But like
And
I
I
said,
did that, but I had so many, it took a lot of, I'm telling you, it took a lot of time. And I'm like, there's got to be an easier way. I'm still working on it, but
so here's all my
yeah,
ones that say county.
that's a perfect
Yeah.
strategy.
Yeah. But what she's saying is replace.
You do the
So
search, yeah, you do the search and replace,
Yeah.
and it's just one click and it'll just replace them all the,
search
like
and
all the words
search and
township with a
replace.
space at one time.
Okay, search for
Mhm.
county. I don't want to do that. I'll do township because I don't have one. I don't have a whole lot of townships, I don't think. I don't spell it out. And replace with a comma or blank, right?
Just leave it blank, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, but then they ask, do you really want to do that? But then you can come down here and do replace all. And
Yeah,
then that would be it. You can do it one by one, or you can do replace all. So that might be the easiest way, Denise. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. Just leave it blank and they'll all go away. And the word county will all go away too. The only problem is you may have some places where you want to say county because that's all you know, but maybe not. Maybe not. So I use county because I'm thinking there are people that someday are going to look at this and they don't understand the standard genealogical stuff that you do it township, town, county, state, and that they may not understand with that. Because here in Iowa, we've got the issues where Des Moines not in Des Moines County and Green's not in Green and Jefferson's not in Jefferson and Keokuk's not in Keokuk, yeah. And so it's like, is that a county that you're referring to, or are you referring to a town and you forgot to put in the county? I don't know. That's why I like to be
Yeah,
very
because
specific about it.
There's Des Moines Township
County. Mm-hmm.
and Des Moines County, so you have to be really careful. And I see a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. And there are Des Moines townships hanging out there in other, like
Yes.
Jasper County's got a Des Moines Township,
Yes.
which leads you to different issues that you have to fuss with. So that's it. So let's try this one. Here's one. We'll do a map. This one's got Bonneke. Let's try this. I want to place. Let's see if we'll get any. Let's see if that works. Okay. Anytime now. Well, we are getting some maps from Ireland. It's not great, but yeah. So when I did that first time with Ireland, with that one place in Ireland, as you pointed out to me, I did not add the word Ireland behind it. So now I have to think about that a little bit. So that's it. So wherever
I've got an
Barnaky,
idea for
yeah.
Doug. Doug, you can go into your screen on the search screen.
Mhm.
And then where it says find, just try putting in Billings, because if you happen to put that, like I just put in a town, and like if I mention the town in a note or someplace like that, it pulls it up. So maybe that'll tell you where your Billings people are.
So where do you want us to do it from?
Search
All right,
on
I'm
the
on
side.
search.
Okay, search,
Oh,
open
here.
search,
Yeah, search. Okay.
and then
And
find, under find,
find. Okay. Okay. And
and
then
then
uh
on my one, I clicked
it's
on find, and then I went over, go one more,
this one.
there, that one.
The fourth one. Find.
Yep, and the
Okay.
criteria, and then I just put in a name of something, and it pulled up every place I use that name, whether it's in a note or a burial record or any place.
Yeah. See if
All
that
right,
works for you.
typed in Billings, find. What am I gonna hit to go?
Maybe just
find?
enter.
Unfind, and I just hit Billings. And
Yeah,
then
but
I think I hit
Then you
find.
hit find. All right,
Then
it
I
came
hit
up.
find.
I've got,
okay. I'm gonna try it. While you're doing that, I'll try it on one that I've got, which is Chapman. Find.
okay, it came up with 3 names.
Mm-hmm.
And now if I go look at those names, would have to be one I had to look up to spell.
Okay.
Actually, if you click on the note or whatever's there, it should take you to that. It should open to that person. Or at least some of mine do. I don't know if they all would.
Yeah, Mountain View Cemetery, Billings, Montana, section 1, lot 112, grade 5. But I need to know if I go to people and I go to that person,
Mm-hmm. Does it have a death place or a burial place with nothing in it? It doesn't have a place.
uh, Carmichael?
Okay. Are you finding it?
Yeah, it just
Search.
takes a long time to go through
Okay.
all your people.
Oh, are you trying to find your Carmichael? Okay.
Yeah, and I want to do an edit. I want to see what's there.
So are you trying to find Carmichael? So in your index, did you type in Carmichael?
No, I didn't type it. I just tried to pull it and
Yeah, it
zoomed
takes
it.
forever to do that if you got to me. So type
Yeah.
in Carmichael and see what happens. As
Okay,
long as that's the
I
surname.
found it.
Okay.
Yellowstone.
I always start scrolling and then I'm like, oh no, I could just type a name and find what happens. So
Okay,
what do you
his
go ahead.
place of death is
Mhm.
Yellowstone in Montana. Now Billings is not in there. I don't know if Billings was supposed to be there or not.
How about do you have a burial place at all?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you have to, yeah, Billings is not in Yellowstone. So that's it.
Well, Yellowstone is the county.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Billings is not in Yellowstone County. So that's it. Okay. But If it got used some other places, you might try to find it that way. So I think we helped you, Denise, on this. I hope. I'm going to stop sharing. I think we helped you a little bit, Denise, because that should give you an easy way to eliminate county from everything. Would you see? Okay. Oh, we aren't hearing you. Go ahead and hit your. Yeah, okay. She says it's all right. Go ahead and hit your space bar and talk to me. Well, maybe not today. Okay. That's it. Yeah, it's not working. We're not hearing you, so that's okay. Well, yeah. So email me and tell me that you got it, when this is over and done with, see what happens. So, but it takes your county and takes your township out. So it's all right. John, what do you do for your places? Are you consistent? Do you use the word county, not county?
I
Okay.
use city, county, and state. I do not use USA.
Okay. But do you actually use the word county?
Just
Yeah.
CO.
Just
Capital
CO. Okay.
CO.
Okay.
Me
Okay.
too.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right. Yeah, county takes up a lot of space, so CO would probably be better off. So I
And
could go.
township. I do township at TWP is the
Yeah, I
standard.
do. I do it
Yeah.
a little bit longer than that.
Yeah.
But I could go in and find county and change it to CO, and then that would work. Okay. That's all
Mm.
right. It's not a bad way to do it. All right. What else should we talk about? We've done mapping, we've done places, we've done notes, we've done tasks. I don't know. I just open up the book and kind of look at it and go, oh, that's interesting. And so, printing of reports. What else have we got in here? Merging duplicates. That's always the scary thing. And I have not done that. You can merge duplicates. I don't know. Has anybody tried that and been successful?
I thought about trying it one time, but then it looked kind of iffy. I mean, it's really easy on Ancestry, but
Yeah.
it wasn't as straightforward, I thought, here, so I didn't do it.
I think you can do it one by one. But merge duplicate search.
And the air, it's been a long time, but yeah, I did find duplicates and then errors. I started going
Mhm.
through that, but then I stopped. So,
Said I don't want to do that anymore. Okay.
well, I'm going a different approach. I'm going to fix it all on Ancestry and
Just bring it over.
bring
Okay.
it down and start a new tree.
Okay. One of the things in very bold letters, it says you should always make a backup before such a merging, so that if you accidentally merge the wrong records, you can restore your database from a backup. Of course, the question is, you may not realize what you've done wrong as you go through there, but that's it. So if we do that, we go into people. Let's share this again. I think share. If I go into people, let's see. Trying to remember go away. How we do that. I think it's over
under
here.
tools. I think it's under
Yeah.
tools.
It's under tools? Okay.
I think so. It's
Because
been a
it's
while.
not over here. Here, tools up here. see
No,
what we
the
get.
one on the left.
Oh, I want to use this one.
Go
Okay.
ahead. Do whatever works.
Tools. And we're going to do persons, rearrange, problem search, count the number of trees. I am not seeing.
It might be under problem search, but I'm combined. No, let's see. I don't know. It's been a while.
I know. I thought it was under people. It
Try
tells
it.
me here, highlight one of the duplicate records on the main screen. Well, that doesn't do me any good. I wanted to
But you
know.
have to search for them first.
I have to search for them. Okay. It does not tell you. They do not tell you.
Try
They
that
don't tell you.
problem search just to see what it does.
Okay, well, I did, and nothing. This is what you get. Run
Oh,
selected tool.
run. You have to run it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then you can go through.
No, it doesn't have
Not a
it doesn't have
duplicate.
the what if we did people, tools,
Oh, there's
there's merge
manual
duplicates.
merge.
There's merge duplicates. So then we'll do that. And it says, well, we'll just do this. I'm not going to do any of it, but we'll pretend that. Okay. They ask you what to copy. So here we have Jane Colley.
Yeah, this is what I did.
Yeah. And so you can say which one do you like. And this one's got more information than this one. So I will edit this person. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. Close. Okay, then it says you must select the records you want to merge. The merge screen will display the two records side by side that are the person who was highlighted on the main screen will be selected to already be on the left side. Okay.
So down at the bottom, it says merge duplicate into primary. So
Yes,
your
down here.
blue one will go away.
Yes, and it says select duplicate person, and the Roost Magic will bring up the search screen for you to select the duplicate record. Okay. And select the person, and his or her data will be displayed on the right hand. We've got that. Think of the colors like stop line. Green means the two pieces match, and yellow means they kind of match, and red means they don't match. I'm not sure that they don't have anything there. So I want
do
to
you have to click over on the left where that little square is? There's no clicking,
like
right?
this. No,
Yeah,
no
there's no
clicking.
clicking.
Okay.
Okay,
And
so
you
it's
can
going to
swap the buttons.
automatically,
Move the duplicate into the primary. Let's just see
it'll
what
move the new
happens.
information like the marriage and the spouse.
And okay,
Oh, here
so
we go.
evidently, and it just disappears on me. Okay. I don't get to see the fact that it did it. And this one, James Mahoney and so forth and so on. This one's got, so I've got some different information.
These are two different people.
Well, kind
You have
of,
two different
this
parents.
one's, oh, you're right. Okay, so we'll
So you
close.
would say not a
Not a
match.
match. Okay. Okay. And I thought I said it not a match, but we'll see what happens.
It's telling you it
There we
again
go.
on the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then I can swip him his way through there. I want to merge the primary. I want to merge this one into the primary. So we'll do
You
that.
can switch them.
Yeah. And I can move them back and forth. Okay. So that's how merging goes. So obviously I need to spend some time merging some of these as we go through here.
Yeah.
So move them, or we just keep clicking on it and see what happens. And these are not the same people. I don't think,
Not a match.
but not a match. They might be a match. I just screwed it up. So that's how we merge. So they don't tell me how many duplicates I have. Here's my list. Oh, here's the list of who I've merged, which is interesting. That's good to know. And that seems to be the
Yeah,
end of
this
it.
history doesn't give you that.
Yeah. And I don't have any more, evidently. I find
You
that
didn't
hard to
get-
believe. Let's
So
try that
how did we
again.
get there? We just hit people and we didn't select a
I hit
person.
the tool.
We
I hit the
tools,
tool people, and then I
Tools.
hit tools
and then
and
merge.
came down here. Manual
And it would
merge.
bring up. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't, wait a minute. What else was the other? Merge duplicates. Let's see what happens if I do that.
Yeah, that's what you chose.
Yeah, that's what I said, merge duplicates. Okay. And I have no duplicates. Well, aren't I good?
Good job.
Good job. Good job. So that's it. I find that hard to believe, but we'll go from there. So
I kind of wish
that's
they
one
just
way
had
to
all of
merge.
that over, like all of those tools in one spot. I get it,
Mhm,
'cause it's
mhm.
you're in people and you're gonna, check over, but
Yeah,
put it all over in that
yeah,
gray area, because
that's it. That's it. Okay, I'm on my I'm on a black hole trying to find Elsie's, this woman down here, her parents, and I'm using DNA and I'm looking for all the Monroes that I have, people that have Monroe in their trees that I have DNA matches to, and they all come back to right now a guy by the name of Aaron Monroe in Ohio, which is where she got married. So, but she's my problem child. She's generally born in New York, but she says she's born in Ohio, and another time she says she's born in. She always says New York. One time she said Ohio. One time she said New York, or Ireland, and pick a year when she was born, and it's just really frustrating. So she got married in Ohio, I do know that. So someday if you hear me scream, you know that I found it.
found the Monroe.
Yeah, I'll find the right Monroe. That's it. Okay. I hope did we cover enough today that we felt like we learned something. I hope.
Or reminded ourselves.
Reminded ourselves. Claudia knows all this stuff already, but the rest of us don't. So, Doug, have you done anything lately? You came in a little bit late, so I didn't ask you the question.
No, I've been doing a lot of other things. Genealogy hasn't been one of them. I started,
Okay.
we had a family trip to Duluth, and I come back down through Wisconsin on our way home.
Mm-hmm.
I have ancestors that settled over here. The black sheep of the family, if you will, my branch went to Elkhorn, Iowa,
Mm-hmm.
and 6 other siblings went to the area around between Hudson and Luck, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. Over in
So
western
I
part.
started playing around up there, but we had to be back. I didn't have time to do it, but I got a chance to get some names of a library up there and look in the cemeteries, and
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
definitely Danish area. Everything is SEN.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot more looking around to do up there.
Okay. Have to make a trip that's just nothing for that. So
That's
see what
right.
happens. Okay. All right. I will let you go. If I come down to the library tomorrow, John, I'll see you.
Sounds great.
So we go from there. What's coming up at IGS? We have the fall conference, so you might go to our website and look that up. Tina Bear's doing that one. It's a nice one. We're doing the tour of Woodland Cemetery, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, that's about all I can think of that's going on down there. So we'll do that. And we are going to have it. We're going to have at the conference, we're going to put out our jewels and, and maybe sell some more jewelry. So we'll have, because we still had some left over. So if you need a few baubles to wear for Christmas, that would be all right. So that's it. Okay, well, let's go home. Give up. Y'all have a good September. I cannot believe that we're this far into September. So that's good. That's good. And
Is
then
I
there,
mentioned I
what?
mentioned we went
Thank
north for a
you.
week. When we went north, all the crops were green. In
Really?
1 week, when we come home, they've turned
Turned
brown. What
brown.
happened?
Yeah. Got dry and got cooler. Sherry, Stacy, what'd you start to say?
is there a holiday party coming up?
Not that I know of. What holiday would we celebrate?
Uh, Christmas?
Oh, that's a ways to go. That implies planning on our part.
Sorry, in the German group last night, they're talking like 3 months out on the upcoming events, and so.
Yeah, they are. And the Germans always have a Christmas party. I know that. So
Well,
did you go down?
they said there's the German group holiday party, and then there's the IGS holiday party.
Don't know
said
anything about it. Don't know anything about it. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Did you go in person or did you go via Zoom?
I went downtown. Yeah.
Okay. She said they had about 20 of you there, but she said the sound wasn't that good and yeah, some other issues, but it was a nice turnout. And they had chocolate cake for you. So that's always good.
Yeah,
Right.
handmade cake.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. All right. Okay, we give up. You all go home and we'll
Bye-bye.
see you all next week, next month. Please think about some stuff. Do a couple things. Put some people in, try running a report so that next month you can come back and say, I tried this and it worked and this didn't work. So just you need to participate a little bit as we go through here. Okay? And Denise is
Okay.
gonna tell us if she makes her county and townships disappear. All right. Okay. I will talk to you later.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.